So, okay, had a slight break there. So now, now we're going to be on to part two of this. We're going to go ahead and get our moon in there. So I think our sun is, for the most part, is okay. You know, I have a couple highlights. Went through here and I used red. Went in, you know, outlined it in red. Put some orange. Put yellow, and I left some areas white. So um, did a similar concept here to the eye. So everything's pretty bright and look like the sun. So I say that's okay. You know, so as long as you have something um, along these lines using these three colors, you know, the red, the orange, the yellow, okay, you have your warm colors taken care of. Now we're going to cover our moon, and we're going to use these colors. So we're going to use green, your purples, the blue. So again, I think I am going to start with the eye. And let's see, what color am I going to make the eye? I think I want to, well, we're going to put the base color down. We're going to end up using some purple here. So, and I'm going to tell you now, I did have a little technical difficulty earlier. So what I ended up doing was I had to redo this side here. So I ended up drawing this back out, and I cut it and I put it on here. So that's why this is looking kind of, it's doing that. So, but you know, stuff happens in art, so you can't sweat the you know, small things. You just, you know, keep it going, keep it moving, you know, and get it done. So I think I'm gonna move that down to there. So now I'm gonna use, again, I'm gonna use like a hatching kind of motion going around the eye. And again, I'm just gonna do a base coat. So use the purple here as a base coat, and let's see if I get in there. See that a little bit more. Then I think I am going to go and I am going to use blue. Gonna make that a little bit darker, especially at the top. And again, I like to layer colors, so mixing layer colors, it always looks better. I'm gonna go through. Make sure like you leave some of the purple showing through, because it'll just make it look a little more visually interesting. So you should be able to kind of see that right there. I'm leaving this little area here a little white. Again, make the iris look like it has a highlight, and I'm using hatching. So there we go. I'd say that's, you know, for the most part, that's alright. I can bring that down a little bit more. So I'd say that's okay for our moon. That's the eye there. Now, again, I'm probably going to use a base coat. I think I'm going to use green. The moon is going to actually be easier. And again, it's your moon. You can make it whatever color. The moon, honestly, you know, depending on how the light is hitting it, there'll be a little bit of white up in this area right here for a highlight. So I'm just going to come around this way. Moon be different colors, you know. Now I'm going to leave a little highlight on the nose. So I'm just going to shade some of the nose, not all of it. I'll leave a little white area right there. Excuse me. Yeah, be careful about that. The last thing I need is to get sick. Especially with everything that's going on. But, yeah, okay, so we do something like that. So, okay, so we got, I'm getting a little bit of green on there. Let me see. I guess we can come up in here too. And this area here, because, you know, I want to give like a little, I'm going to do like that. So he has a little shape right there on the eyes. We're going to shade a little bit of this green. Leave some highlights. So it's on y'all, like where you decide you want to shade. Again, there's no right or wrong way to do this. I'm making this up as I go, as I Most of y'all know I usually do. I'm more or less just enjoying myself and just having fun just making this up. And again, these are just a base coat color, because I'm gonna go back and I'm probably going to make the moon a little more blue or kind of aqua looking color. Just depends. Okay, there we go. Get that. Put a little bit of light on here. In some areas, I'm just leaving white, so just to let it be visually interesting. I'm just deciding like where would the light be bouncing off a person's face, so I don't have to shade the whole thing in. Okay, so I got my base coat down, green, and the moon looks sick right now, so we gotta liven this up a little bit. So I'm gonna go back and okay, now we're gonna start putting some of that blue in there on top of it. In some areas, I'm just gonna on the edges, just let it stay green. I mean, it's just gonna look better that way. So I'm telling you, sometimes if you just put one color down, it's just gonna look boring. I mean, and you should experiment layering colors anyway. Just put different colors on top of each other and see like what it does. We did the color wheel project, and that was the whole point. I just want y'all to mix two colors, mix certain colors on top of each other, just so you can see what it will do, what it will look like. And most of y'all did pretty good on that. So just take the concept from your color wheel and just add it to this. So you should see now that it's starting to come out, looking a little bit more like the moon. And since I'm only working with two colors now, yeah, you can use other cool colors. I mean, there are different shades of blue, purple, and green, different tints. So I mean, if you have like one of those big marker sets that have those kind of colors, feel free to use them, because again, this is all about what looks good, and it's your moon, and you can make your moon look like you want your moon to look, as long as you meet the requirements of the assignment, which this side should just be cool colors. You're good. See, that's looking pretty good right now. So I'm just gonna do that right there. So we leave this little area here white for its cheek. I'll come back up here, add some, just a little bit. Okay, so we have that. Now, the crater, the little craters, I think I'm just gonna just add a little. Yeah, just add a little green. I'm just adding it to just one side. I'm just gonna make it look like, not even shading the whole thing in. Make it look like light is kind of hitting it in an angle or something. So we have our craters, our lips. Okay, the lips here, raise that up. Raise that up a little bit. So you can see I have another picture right up under there. I'll show you what I did in just a minute. This one might look better anyway. Okay, so let me see. What color are we gonna make the lips? Okay, purple. So go ahead and use blue. Start off with blue as a base. And again, I don't want to really shade the entire lips. I think this one's gonna look better than the one I did. And I'm using more of a hatching technique to this because I do not want to shade this whole thing in. I want to make sure that the lips have a highlight to it. Okay, now I'm going to go back and use this purple to match the eyes. I'm going to put that on top. Does that purple kind of match that red over there? That. That's looking pretty good. And this up here, this area up here, just in my opinion, just looks a little bit too plain. But it's light, so we need to add something to that. So I think I am going to add some highlights up here. So let me just do it like that. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of blue. I'm just going to trace it and just kind of like I'm just brushing it on there. I'm not even going all the way up. I'm just kind of tracing along the edges of the lines a little bit. I'm even being a little bit messy. It doesn't have to look a certain way. We just want a little more color right there. And again, there's no way to mess this drawing up. You just want y'all to relax, enjoy what you're doing, be creative. You know, change it up. You want to make it look realistic, make it look realistic. You want to make it look like anime, make it look like anime. You want to make it look, keep it real simple. Look like some smiley faces or whatever, you know. You know, just draw according to your ability, and you will be fine. The requirement is you're going to use, for the sun, warm colors, and for the moon, you're going to use cool colors. So, and another assignment is just to relax and enjoy yourself. So again, I know it's rough for everybody because everybody's stuck inside the house. But you know, this is for our own good. But I know it's boring. So doing art like this, it's good to keep you busy. So there we go. Let's see what we got here. So that looks pretty good. I mean, we got that meets the requirement. We have our sun over here and we have our moon. Now my drawing is a little bit more detailed, but you know, yours don't have to be as detailed. Just meet the requirements, you know. So I was doing this late last night and I was relaxing while I was doing this, but my device ran out of power, so that's why I had to do this. So let me show you what I did last night. So that was the side I did last night. So that's right now. I don't know, I think I like this one better. You know, so there you have it, your warm color, cool color project. So once you have this complete, just take a picture of it and just submit it to me on Google Classroom, or you can even that would be the best way. Just put it on Google Classroom. I know that you have it done. If you have questions with regards to the project in any kind of way, please feel free to contact me. You know, through email or Google Classroom. But it would probably be better for you to use Google Classroom. You know, but again, don't make this hard. As long as you use, you know, your red, your orange, and your yellow for the sun, and then for the moon, you use your purple, your green, your blue, you know, for the moon, and you have basically make a cartoon face, you're good. But while you have the time, I would say challenge yourself and try to see how detailed you can make your drawing. You can also go online and you can use resources. You can go on Google, you know, uh, Google Images, look at pictures of cartoon faces or what. I mean, you can be as creative as possible. It doesn't even have to even remotely look human. You know, there are some people that have done drawings like this, you know, where they make the moon, the head is more turned sideways and the moon is kissing the sun and all this kind of stuff. So, I mean, just balance it out. You know, just just enjoy yourself and then just turn in what you have and then we will go from there. But again, warm colors, cool colors. And we will move on to the next assignment real soon. So I hope all of y'all have a good time doing this, and I will talk to y'all all later. Bye.